Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
We shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian. Again, I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen,
Yeah.
all the fresh sophomores,
High school,
juniors,
champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and
Hello and welcome back to East St. Louis High School here in East St. Louis. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Kettler on the other microphone. Glad that you're with us here as we have transitioned our way into the varsity contest between Collegeville and these East St. Louis Flyers, and we welcome you in to the pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collegeville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collegeville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collegeville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollegeville.com. The Kahawks come into this contest with an overall record of 14-12. They are 3-4 in conference play as the Flyers come in with an overall record of 7-9, and they are 1-4 in conference play. They are coached by Sharday Butler. Not really sure how many years she's been here because the IHSA site doesn't have a lot of the East St. Louis stuff, and they haven't updated their girls' basketball page. It doesn't look like since the 2017-2018 season, and the only reason that's on there was because the IHSA put it on there because they won a regional championship. So no record for any season listed since a 24-6 record all the way back in the 06-07 season. And only 23 total years are even on the IHSA page, and that program has been playing, or this program here has been playing for over 40 years, so there's a lot of stuff missing, and I just don't know a lot about some of the numbers for East St. Louis. Collinsville, they're coached by Colin Moore. He is in his second year, and right now he has his team scoring at a 46.6 points per game clip, while East St. Louis comes in averaging 54.5, so advantage to East St. Louis there. On the defensive side, the advantage belongs to Collinsville, as the Kahawks are giving up on average 44.6 points per game, while East St. Louis is giving up about 51.7 points per game. Kahawks saw their 3-game win streak snapped at Belleville West on Tuesday, 60-46. Belleville West by 3 after 1. Collinsville was up by 4 after 2. Belleville West was up by 3 after 3. But then the fourth quarter was not kind to the Kahawks. Belleville West outscored Collinsville 21-10 in that fourth quarter. Jenna Scheller ended up with 17 points, a game high for Collinsville in that game. East St. Louis, they are in the midst of a 3-game losing streak. They are coming off of a 68-61 loss versus Alton on Tuesday night. And 3 games are missing on the STL site. And I think one of those also was an Alton game that got washed away due to COVID. But there's question marks next to 3 other games on the STL Today site, so they're just missing the scores. They have no idea. Won 3 in a row at the Muscuda tournament did East St. Louis. After starting that tournament with a loss against Breeze Central, they won 2 in a row in mid-December, and the only 2 wins in a row this year. These 2 teams, by the way, did meet back on the 9th of December at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, and Chris Keller will attest to that one, that Collinsville won that one in a wild game, 51-48. Kahawks led 44-27 going into the fourth quarter and had to hold on tight.
17-point lead going to third quarter. You're thinking, we'll just ease on our way through to this win here, and that didn't happen for the Kahawks. They missed every free throw down the stretch, literally every free throw, and that let East St. Louis get that all the way back down to 3 in the final seconds, and just not the way you want to finish a game at all.
No, not at all. Ella Guerrero had 16 in that game. Talisha Gilmore and Megan Jansen had 11 each. Gilmore had 17 rebounds in that contest. And Shakara McCline for East St. Louis had the game high in the points department as she knocked down 22 in that game. And again, no Megan Jansen here tonight. She's in COVID quarantine, so she was not at the game against Belleville West on Tuesday night. She will not be here at this game tonight, and we're hoping sometime next week we can see her on the court again. In the meantime, Collinsville, after this, they have 3 games left. Tuesday at Edwardsville, a week later against O'Fallon, and then 2 days after that, the senior night game at home against Alton. The only one of those 3 games that we'll have for you on the Kahok Sports Network is the Alton game on senior night, because Tuesday, while the girls are at Edwardsville, we're going to be doing a all-star volleyball game. All right, timeout coming your way. We'll be back in just a moment with starting lineups on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 467-8420. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
And once again, welcome back to East St. Louis High School. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you as we are ready to go here between Collinsville and East St. Louis. Your starters for Collinsville: 5'5" sophomore Ella Guerrero, 5'9" sophomore Katie Bardwell, Jordan Gary, the 5'7" junior, Talisha Gilmore, the 6' freshman, and Jenna Scheller, the 6'2" junior. East St. Louis with the ball as we start off here. Janiah Brown is a 5'5" junior. Michaela Lee, a 5'8" senior. Rael Mosley, a 5'7" sophomore. Jasmine Young, a 5'9" senior, and Shakara McCline, a 5'6" junior.
Two post players, and Scheller and Gilmore got tangled up a little bit there on the high post, and neither of them were underneath to rebound. The Cavs still get the ball.
Here is Jordan Gary. Bounce pass over on the far side to Guerrero. Into the corner now for Jordan Gary, and back to Guerrero. Guerrero inside now. Jenna Scheller underneath the basket. Talisha Gilmore left all alone. She used the bank and the glass, and she brought home the first 2 points in this game, and we are underway. Collinsville in the lead, 2-0. The JV team won just a little bit ago, 57-47, but they needed overtime to do it. And Collinsville trying to get the clean sweep here today. No freshman game. That one was canceled. Boy, that's a three-point shot that's way off. That didn't hit anything except for the hands of Jordan Gary by the time it came down.
Really ill-advised shot. They didn't need it that just yet.
No, they didn't. And a little mix-up of the legs over there, and Collinsville with Bardwell sinking a basket. Leads now 4-0. Here is Mosley, the 5'7" sophomore for East St. Louis. Mosley takes it in front of the Kahawk bench, gives it up top of the key for Brown. Brown over here onto the wing, and a three-point shot from McCline. That skips across the rim, and the rebound falls down into the hands of Bardwell. Collinsville brings the ball back up. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero backs the ball up. Bardwell slows things down. Into the paint. Jenna Scheller bounced past to Gilmore, but it went past her. Now for three, Guerrero. That one goes over the rim, and Jenna Scheller stopped the ball, but it ends up going right to one of the East St. Louis Flyers. And now Scheller stops the ball again, but this time it goes right into the hands of her own teammate Guerrero. Collinsville brings the ball back up. Here's Jordan Gary on the near side sideline on the left-hand wing. Now back out to the top for Guerrero. Over to Gary. Inside for Scheller. Scheller off the glass, rolls in for two, and Jenna Scheller on the board. Collinsville up quickly, 6-0 here in the start of this one.
Well, successful getting the ball in underneath. That's how the Cavs have gotten the points.
So East St. Louis back to work, and here is Brown. Brown inside the perimeter now for Lee, kicks it back out front for Young, and Young offset free throw line, takes the shot, no good. Bardwell tried to smack that rebound down, but East St. Louis grabs a hold of it instead. Here is Brown, the 5'5" junior, all the way back to the midcourt logo. As she looks back at Sharday Butler, her head coach, gets the play and starts moving the ball. Here is Young onto the wing now for Mosley. Mosley back out front for Lee. Over on the far side wing for Brown. Brown turns around, takes a shot, can't get it to go. It trickled the bottom of the net there and then fell down into the hands of Jordan Gary. 4th turnover now for East St. Louis here in the early going. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero on the right wing. Gives it up now into the right corner for Gary, into the paint. Scheller, one bounce off the glass, good for 2 more. I would imagine that Coach Butler is going to call a timeout here, and just on cue, she does exactly that as Collinsville quickly out front by a score of 8-0. We'll take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network as well, and we are back with more first quarter action coming your way in just a moment.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
Back at East St. Louis, 3-point shot by the Flyers, and they are on the board off of the hands of Shakara McCline. And we go from 8-0 to 8-3 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks with the ball. Here is Gary. Over to Bardwell. Back over to Jordan Gary. Bounce pass back to Bardwell, the sophomore. Over to Jordan Gary. We'll see her on the soccer field later today, or this year, and we'll see that young lady right there, Miss Bardwell, in a softball uniform. And right now, she's going to head to the free throw line. Bardwell on the year from the free throw line, 13 of 21, good for 61.9%. And the first foul of this game belongs to Jemiah Brown for East St. Louis. Bardwell, first shot, no good.
We're getting to the tail end of these winter sports, and then the spring sports will be coming right along.
You ain't kidding, man. Needs to warm up before I want to be going outside and doing softball and soccer and baseball. The only saving grace for me this year is I have an inside sport to do as well. That would be boys volleyball. As Bardwell misses both, and then East St. Louis with the rebound comes down and takes one off the glass. And so far, all 5 points for East St. Louis belong to McCline. 8-5, Collinsville up by 3. It was 8-0 just moments ago. Here is Ella Guerrero. Guerrero with a pass inside to Jenna Scheller. Scheller off the glass, can't get that one to fall, and now she is going to foul as she tries to go up for the rebound.
Good job by the Cavs to go back to it. Scheller did a good job backing herself in early and getting the bucket, and guess we're going to do the mass timeout like 30 seconds after the called timeout. All right,
well,
here we go.
We didn't have any mass timeouts in the JV game. What's the difference? 8-5 the score. Apparently there's a mass timeout on the floor, so we'll take a mass timeout as well here on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at East St. Louis High. I'm Todd Duke. Chris Kettler's on the other microphone, as well as on the camera for us tonight. 8-5 is our score. 3:35 left to play here in this first quarter. Kahawks up by 3. Collinsville had an 8-0 lead before one missed Shakara McCline hit a 3-pointer and then a 2-pointer to give East St. Louis 5 points. Flyers ball. They inbound and get the ball up to Mosley. Mosley brings the ball up across the timeline and gives it up over at the top of the key for Young. Over onto the far side, back to Mosley. Mosley now up to Brown. Brown back over to this side for McCline. McCline, one dribble. She picks it up and gives it up to Jasmine Young. Far side sideline. That is Rael Mosley, the 5'7 sophomore. Top of the key for Jasmine Young, the 5'9 senior. Back over the other way and out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, staying back inside the circle, not chasing them outside of that, defending it man-to-man, though.
Flyers at the free throw line, in the paint, ball loose, picked up by Gilmore. The fifth turnover for East St. Louis here in this first quarter. Here is Ella Guerrero. Guerrero, top of the key, gives it up for Bardwell. Bardwell, no look pass to Scheller, back outside. Guerrero bluffs the 3, does the head fake, back to Scheller, offset right to the free throw line, good for 2. Scheller now with 6 points.
Let's work that inside out, and then Scheller can stay out herself and knock down some of them shots, and Flyers get back and throw one up again here.
And another 2 points for McCline. She has all 7 points for East St. Louis thus far. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero to Scheller, top of the key. She'll just hand it back over to Guerrero. And up inside, bounce. Nice job by Scheller. She wasn't going to catch that, so she just volleyballed it. She's used to that. She's a volleyball player. Over to Bardwell, into the corner. Jordan Gary for 3, tips off the outside of the rim, and that is off of Jenna Scheller and out of bounds. First 3-point shot taken in this game by Collinsville, and it was a miss.
And Scheller playing some good ball. She got a all-tournament team over in Highland in that tournament.
Kamaya Pitts, who we just saw in the JV game, is now into the varsity game. And she wore number 35 in that game, and she's supposed to be wearing 25 in this game, but she's got the 35 sweater on, so at least I know who she is. Here's McCline, and another big 3-point shot by the 5'6 junior, and all the points on the board for East St. Louis belong to McCline, and she has tied this game up at 10.
Dude, better job getting up and guarding her. She's doing all the scoring for East St. Louis.
Here is Ella Guerrero in the corner. Back out front now for Jordan Gary. Gary across the midcourt logo. Bounce pass to Bardwell. Back to Gary. Inside now for Gilmore. Gilmore, nice fake off the glass. Couldn't get it to fall, though. And the rebound belongs to Pitts. And East St. Louis brings it back up looking for their first lead. In front of the free throw line. Shot taken. No good. Rebound belongs to Scheller. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero, one girl back to beat. Reverse layup. No good. There's Gilmore with the rebound. She puts it up and it goes in. Gilmore with her 4th point of the night. And Collinsville back out front by 2. We're down to the final 45 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Ricky Merlack, who joined us in the halftime show of the JV game coming into the game. Here's Pitts, loose ball, underneath, foul, and that is going to send McCline to the free throw line, and she's been pretty much hitting from everywhere. I'm pretty sure she can hit from there, too. McCline, the leading scorer for East St. Louis, 261 points on the year. 17.4 per game is what she averages. And she is just 38 of 66 from the free throw line as that one goes in.
She did a good hustle play just to get up there under the basket, try to get that rebound as it went to the backside of Gilmore, and Scheller had her back to it, and McCline was able to get in there and get that rebound.
McCline trying to tie it up once again from the free throw line. She misses, and Bardwell is there with the rebound for the Kahawks. Collinsville brings it up. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero from the far side to the near side. And on the wing, into the corner now for Ricky Merlack. Merlack, one of only 2 seniors on this squad. The other one is Lucy Montgomery. Here is Merlack. That shot's a little short. Gilmore's there with the rebound, and she'll be fouled on the way up, and Talisha will head to the free throw line. This will be the second foul for East St. Louis as a team. And this one belongs to Suggs, Lamazia Suggs, into the game for the first time. Here is Gilmore at the free throw line. She misses that one on the year. Talisha not having a good time from the free throw line. 26 of 69, good for 37.7%. That's been one of her struggles this year. Second one misses as well. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Collinsville still with that 1-point lead. 10 seconds left. Here is McCline. Takes a shot off the rim. Won't go. Gilmore with the rebound. Get it up to Bardwell. We're down to 4 seconds. Bardwell across the line. Top of the key with a shot at the buzzer. And it rattles but won't fall. And Collinsville almost got one right before the buzzer. But we'll stay at 12-11 in favor of Collinsville as we head to the second quarter. And we are back to tell you all about that second quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC. 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Back here at East St. Louis. 12-11 after 1 quarter of play. Collinsville with the 1-point lead.
And had the ball to start the quarter and turned it over.
Yeah, they did. East St. Louis trying to take that lead and take their first lead. Here is Young all the way back out to midcourt for McCline. McCline dribbles over to the far sideline. Into the corner it goes. And no room to get around Scheller there for Young, and she'll just give it up, and Pitts from the free throw line hits the front of the rim, and Scheller is there with the rebound. Collinsville brings it back up. Here is Guerrero. Ella makes her move over to the top of the key, gives it up to Gary here on the left side, and back over to the right side it goes for Merlack. Out front for Guerrero, to the free throw line for Scheller. Back over to Jordan Gary, across the court, and into the side. Here is Merlack for 3, yes! Ricky Merlack, the 5'8 senior, hits the first three-pointer of this game for Collinsville. And the Kahawks extend that lead back out to 4. Here's McCline. McCline with a little fingertip jump shot. No good. Scheller is there with the rebound for Collinsville. Gives it up to Guerrero. Guerrero, she brings the ball up court across the timeline. Works her way over here onto this right wing. Gives it up to Merlack. Bounce pass back out front now for Guerrero. Guerrero. Crossover dribble, makes her move in the paint, takes the shot, and she is chopped on the arm and will head to the free throw line for a couple of freebies.
First time the Cavs have tried driving in, trying to get the layup or something like that. Mostly it's been 3-point shots outside or getting into the post players.
Jasmine Young will pick up her first foul, team's third foul, and to the free throw line, Ella Guerrero, 61.8% free throw shooter on the year, and the first one's good. Guerrero on the board for the first time. Matter of fact, that is the first free throw out of 5 that Collinsville has made here tonight, so they need to pick up that part of their game.
Come on, Flyer. Ets will switch sides. Now we're ready.
And Guerrero, another shot from the free throw line, makes both. Kahok's back up by 6. Here's a big 3-point shot. That one goes over the backboard and everything. So that's a turnover by East St. Louis. That's their 6th. Collinsville has turned the ball over twice. And here is Guerrero once again. Ella to Jordan Gary. Inside now to Jenna Scheller. Scheller has the ball knocked out of her hands, and they're going to say that Scheller was the last one to touch it, though. 3rd turnover for Collinsville.
Let's work to get inside to Scheller, but she was pretty much double teamed up underneath there without any help.
Sure was here on this near post.
Not a good pass inside.
So here come the Flyers, and that is Young. And Young in front of the free throw line takes the shot off the fat part of the iron, and then it falls right through. Young's first points tonight, so somebody not named McCline scored some points. On to the wing for Jordan Gary. Out front for Guerrero. Over on the far side wing, Bardwell makes her way in from the left side. Takes a shot, rattles but won't fall. Gilmore was there for a moment with the rebound, and the ball out of bounds, and it'll stay with Collinsville with 5:48 left to play here in this second quarter.
Seems like East St. Louis really is mostly double teaming Scheller over there underneath.
Yeah, they're keeping a couple of bodies close, aren't they? Here's Guerrero inside to Scheller, and then she gets double teamed again, and the ball is on the ground, picked up by Gilmore. And back up to Gary, and a whistle on the play. We'll call a 3-second lane violation.
Yep, 3 seconds didn't clear out.
Yep. So Collinsville with the 4th turnover. And here comes Jasmine Young. Young across the midcourt logo here at East St. Louis. 5.5 to play here in this first half. 17-13 in favor of Collinsville. Young makes her move off the glass, rolls across the rim, no good. Rebound put up, but still won't go in for Mosley. And now the loose ball belongs to the Kahawks. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell trying to get out of a double team. Ball on the ground, and it's picked up by East St. Louis, and off the glass, a fingertip roll for Mosley will give her team a couple more points and get the East St. Louis Flyers to within 2.
That's where you miss Jansen. Her ball handling and getting the ball up the court bites the Kahawks in that one possession.
Here's Bardwell in front of the Flyers bench, and back over this way now for Guerrero. Guerrero out front on the logo for Jordan Gary. A one-arm pass is shoved out of bounds by Mosley. And Collinsville will inbound here on this near side sideline. Right underneath, Collinsville Athletic Director Clay Smith.
I got some kind of hold up for substitution.
Checking into the game, Alicia Cross, 5'9" junior, and out of the game is Jasmine Young. She's taking the long way around, going back to the locker room. Hope she's okay. There's a 3-point shot by Guerrero. That misses, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Scheller puts it back up, still can't get it to fall. Next rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Here comes Mosley. Mosley gets the ball stuck up in the rim and the backboard, and we're going to have to get another basketball out here to get it out. Gilmore tries to jump up there and get it out herself.
East St. Louis ball. Kahawks started the ball, quarter with the ball.
Yeah, they call that a jump ball, don't they?
Yep, that goes the arrow. And
yeah. Arrow favors East St. Louis right now. 4:33 left to play here in this first half. All the way out front it goes, and that is Janiah Brown. Brown, 3-point shot from the right wing, skips across the rim and comes down into the hands of Cross on the rebound. Back out front it goes. Here's Brown one more time. Brown will hand the ball off to Mosley. Mosley at midcourt. Mosley gives it up for McCline. She'll watch a rainbow of a shot, and that hits nothing but net. Man, that had some rainbow on it, didn't it? Only a 2-point shot.
Long shot, but she was on the line. 2-pointer.
17-17 is our score. Flyers have not led in this one as of yet. Collinsville started off with an 8-0 lead, and Scheller was doing that a lot early on. That's why Collinsville had that 8-0 lead, and now Jenna with 8 points.
Last few touches, she's really been basically double teamed, but that was a little more one-on-one, and it worked out for her.
Gilmore with the rebound for Collinsville. Gets the ball over to Guerrero. Guerrero comes up that far side sideline. Jenna Scheller for 3. That one's a little bit long, and Gilmore tried on the rebound, but she knocked it out of bounds instead.
We'll take the mass timeout now.
And another mask timeout to come your way. We will step aside as well And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
Back here at East St. Louis, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. 19-17 with 3:25 left to play here in this first half. Halftime score for you. Are you ready for this? At halftime, Edwardsville Lady Tigers are over the Lancers of Belleville East High School, 35-2.
Better game going on in Alton. O'Fallon and Alton, 31-31 at the half.
There you go. That's more like it.
They played a pretty good game
I saw that
Saturday in Highland.
Calgary played a hockey game last night against Columbus and had 62 shots on goal. That is crazy.
Man, how many did that goalie save on that night?
I don't know, man. Well, they only scored 6.
Wow.
We're back to action here in the second half, 19-17 in favor of Collinsville. Clock stops on a whistle with 3:15 left to play. Kahawks get tabbed for a foul. That'll be their second. And to the free throw line, Shakara McCline. She's 1 of 2 from there already, and now make it 2 of 3. Who'd they call that on? They didn't put it up there. Gilmore.
Gilmore?
Yeah, Gilmore's the only one I didn't have a foul for. That's only the second foul. Well, the third one. I don't know who has the other one. I had Scheller for one already, and I look up there, and Gilmore's got one. Collinsville, they are now in a tie once again. And the JV game went into overtime. This one is 19-19 with 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Here's Jordan Gary in the slot between the mid-court logo and the top of the key. Now she moves into the perimeter, gives it up to Jenna Scheller, back over to Jordan Gary. Gary across the court. She didn't get enough oomph on it, never made it to Guerrero. That's the 6th turnover for Collinsville. And they bring it up in a shot. And Michaela Lee sinks the basket. She'll go up for the and one, and the Flyers have their first lead in this game.
Refs could have got Guerrero on the first foul. As Lee went past her, she gave her a good little shove.
Jordan Gary to the bench. Emma Rabashewski comes in for the first time in the varsity game. She led all scorers in the JV game with 23 points. No good on the second one, or on the only shot from McCline, sorry. And
Guerrero says, I'll do it myself, and just pop a 3.
There you go. How about that?
Nothing but net.
Nothing but net. Collinsville back out front by 1, 22-21. And
Illegal screen here in Flyers. Hayden.
24?
Yeah.
That's Alicia Cross. I think you're looking at the JV one. Yeah.
Let me look at the right roster.
Yeah, they have that roster is a little weird. They have the
Cross.
they have the JV at the top of the page and the varsity at the bottom. That one's just missed.
We'll eliminate that.
And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis, 22-21. And out of bounds it goes. Rabashewski tried to save it but couldn't do it. 1:56 left to play in this first half. Collinsville with a 1-point lead. Gilmore to the bench. Bardwell back in. Murlack is back in there as well. That was almost tipped by Bardwell, but It comes up and shot no good. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Second shot no good. And the second rebound belongs to Collinsville. Each team has rebounded the ball 10 times now tonight. Here's Rabashevsky. Emma drives, baseline, takes the shot, hits the side of the backboard. And that's a turnover for Collinsville. And now each team has 7 of those. And a little floater won't go in, just underneath the basket. And another return shot, still no good. And then Alicia Cross takes care of it and gives her team back a 1-point lead. And
I don't know what Jenna was doing inbounding that ball like that. She about stepped on the line inbounding it and then just kind of grasped herself and threw it up, and no one was even looking for it where it went.
So Flyers will get the ball back, and Ellie Reinhardt will check into the game for the first time. Jenna Scheller will go have a little rest at the bench with 1:21 left to play here in this first half. Inbound pass comes into Cross. It rattles and won't go in. It rolled ever so slowly off the right side of the rim. Collinsville gets the slowest rebound they'll ever get, and here is Guerrero.
Ball just about died right there.
It did. I thought it was going to stay up there for a moment. Guerrero for 3, top of the key. Oh, what some spin on that one. Woo, boy. She does have some spin on that ball when she lets it go. Under a minute to go. Here's Cross. Shot no good. Rebound. Murlack saves it from going out of the bounds. Nicely done there by the Kahok senior. Gets it to Guerrero. Guerrero brings the ball up court. Gets it to Murlack into the corner for Rabashevsky. Back around the horn it goes. Murlack wide open for 3. Why not take it? Sure.
Yeah, they're really not stepping up at all on any of the Kahok three-point shooters, and they've knocked down the last 3.
Yeah, that's the second one in this game for Murlack, and that gives Collinsville a 28-23 lead. Final 30 seconds left to go here in this first half. There's an air ball of a 3-shot, and the ball falls right down into the hands of Bardwell. Here comes Guerrero. Ella brings it up across the timeline. She'll race it all the way into the paint. Fingertip roll, good. Ella Guerrero is on fire here, kids. Guerrero now with 10 points. And at the other end, a shot and a couple of bounces later, Janiyah Brown picks up her first 2 points in this game for East St. Louis. Final seconds, Bardwell couldn't get the shot off as, I don't know, the referee blew his whistle. I thought for a moment he was going to call a foul on Michaela Lee at the buzzer, but he waves it off. So, at the end of 1/2 of play, Collinsville has a 5-point advantage, 30-25. They expend on their 1-point lead in the first, add 4 more to it, and Collinsville leads 30-25 at the end of 1/2 of play. We'll take a break, and we'll come back and add up all the numbers for you and give you the first half stats. We'll also do a little recap of the JV game as well, so all that and more coming your way here in just moments on the Kahok Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Detail is owned and operated by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
And once again, welcome back to East St. Louis halftime. Score 30-25, 5-point lead for Collinsville, and here is how we got there. Collinsville had a 1-point lead after one quarter of play when it was 12-11. They extended that to the current 5-point lead after they outscored East St. Louis 18-14 in that second quarter. Leading scorer in this one belongs to East St. Louis, 15 points for Shakara McCline. After that, slim pickings for East St. Louis, 2 points each for Alicia Cross, Jasmine Young, Rael Mosley, Michaela Lee, and Janiyah Brown. For Collinsville, they're being led in points by Ella Guerrero's 10. Jenna Scheller has 8. Ricky Merlack has 6 on a couple of good three-point shots. Alicia Gilmore with 4. And Katie Bardwell with 2. From the lines, Collinsville went 2 of 6 from the free throw line, while East St. Louis went 3 of 5. The Cahoks have hit 4 of 5 from the three-point stripe, while East St. Louis has hit 2 of 6. Each team turned the ball over 7 times, and Collinsville is winning the rebound battle right now at a tune of 12-2. JV game took overtime to win, but Collinsville pulled out a win, 57-47. Emma Raboshiski with 23 points to lead all scorers in that contest. Collinsville ended up hitting a bunch of three-pointers. Matter of fact, they had 5 three-pointers in the second half to give them 7 on the game. It's 7 out of 13, so pretty good accomplishment there by the JV Kahawks from the three-point stripe. And East St. Louis, they battled and got the game tied at 43-all into overtime on a last-second three-point shot at the buzzer. But overtime was a little too much for them to handle, and Collinsville ends up with a 10-point victory. That's a look at your first half stats. We will take another break. When we come back, second half action, and that'll be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from East St. Louis High School. Second half action is underway, and Collinsville with the lead and the ball. Here is Ella Guerrero. Guerrero out front now for Bardwell from Scheller. And then Bardwell back over to Guerrero in front of her own bench inside the paint. Scheller trying to get out of a double team, and a nope. Traveled. 3 second. What?
They keep on with that double team on her.
Yeah, they're 3 second violation. That was a quick 3 second violation, man. She just got the ball trying to get out of a double team with a couple of moves, and they blew the whistle on her. At the free throw line, there's a little pop and drop for Jasmine Young. Young now with 4 points. And East St. Louis a little bit closer now, 30-27. We're just underway here in quarter number 3. Here's Guerrero from the left wing. Out front, Jenna Scheller for 3, and that one tips off the front of the rim. And the rebound belongs to Mosley. Flyers bring the ball back up. Here is Mosley. Gets it up now for Brown. Brown takes a shot. She sinks that one for 2 points. And now the Flyers all of a sudden back to within 1, 30-29. 1 minute gone, and here is Scheller trying to keep the ball alive, and does so to Guerrero. Guerrero pulls up over on the left wing, drives toward the baseline, and tries to kick it over to Jenna Scheller, but that's blocked, and Collinsville commits a turnover in the third quarter, and a shot that rolls across the rim from East St. Louis. Rebound belongs to the Flyers, another one that won't go in, and this time again the rebound belongs to Brown. Brown into the corner, takes the shot, a little bit too short. Another rebound and a whistle. And Jenna Scheller or Talisha Gilmore, one of the two, is going to get tagged for a foul. And to the free throw line, Shakara McCline. McCline was 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Scheller was the one who got pegged with that foul. That's the second one for her. And at the free throw line, McCline ties it up at 30. Well, that's not McCline. That is Young.
Yeah, she really takes her time with her free throws. Sink them both.
Yeah. Young, instead of McCline, sinking both free throws to give her team a 1 point lead. Here's Jordan Gary. All kinds of defensive pressure being put on here by East St. Louis. Get the ball to Guerrero, and over underneath the basket, off the glass, rolls in for Talisha Gilmore.
Just nice ball movement by the Cahoks, leads to that basket.
Yeah, after they got it out of that back trap, and they were fine after that. Here's a ball that rattles around, won't fall. Jenna Scheller there with the rebound for Collinsville, up to Guerrero. Guerrero pulls up on the left wing again, pulls back for a three-point shot and nails it. Boy, she's got a pretty three-point shot.
She gets Brown to bite on the first move like she's going to drive, and then just sets her feet and takes the three.
Here's Mosley. Collinsville now back out front by 4. Mosley gives the ball up now for Young. Young dribbles and drives in the paint, takes the shot high off the glass, can't get it to roll. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis, and they put it back up and in, and that one is good for Michaela Lee. Lee with her 4th point here in this game. That gets her team back to within 2, 35-33, 5.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. More backcourt pressure being put on by East St. Louis. Jordan Gary gets around everybody, and then she almost lost the ball as she was pushed from behind, and I believe that one's going to go against Mosley. And it will. Mosley picks up her first. Each team now with 1 foul here in the second half. Inbound pass comes from Bardwell into Guerrero. Back to Bardwell it goes over on the left wing and into the paint, and Gilmore has that ball picked right out of her pocket, and here comes Young. Young will, nope, the referee says no shot. And this one's going to go against Gilmore. That'll be her 3rd. Inbound pass comes in, and right off the bat, Young from the free throw line where she just went 2 for 2, hits a 2-point bucket, and we are tied at 35. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell gets ran into at the line, and she'll dribble her way forward, top of the key, gives it up for Guerrero. Another 3-point shot. That's good, too. Oh, Guerrero's feeling it now.
Yeah, she's on fire. She's knocking them down from all points. Just don't leave her open if you're East St. Louis.
She has that spin on the ball, too, when she lets it go. I've never seen a ball spin like that on 3-point shots. Usually that doesn't happen. It's flat, and you can see the black seams on the ball as it goes up most of the time. But she's got some wicked spin on that ball. But 2 points back for East St. Louis. Collinsville up by 1 point. Coach Moore wants a timeout with 4:20 left to play here in this third quarter, and we're back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Into the corner, Katie Bardwell saves the ball from going out of bounds. Jenna Scheller at the free throw line gives it up for Jordan Gary. Gary floats one and then hits the side of the basket, hits the side of the backboard, and now East St. Louis will come up and they'll double dribble, and each team will turn the ball over to one another. And now we have a mass timeout. Just came back from a timeout. Now another one comes your way on the Kahok Sports Network. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Back here at East St. Louis, my name is Todd Duke. Chris Kettler is the other guy you hear. He's on the microphone that I'm not on. Just thought everybody should know that.
We're not sharing a microphone.
No, we're not.
So,
No.
and we're staying distant enough, I guess.
Yep. I'm good. I'm good to go. Here is Katie Bardwell. Collinsville leads by 1 point with 3:50 left to play. Here in this third quarter, we get it up inside to Gilmore. Gilmore kicks it back outside for Guerrero. And Guerrero just under the post for Scheller. Too hard off the glass. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it up. Here is Brown. Brown backs out of the perimeter and gives it up now for Scott. And then over into the corner it goes for Lee. Lee, one dribble and a drive, and the baseline, she'll go to the line for two. Foul number 3 here in the second half for Collinsville. And this one is going to be on Gilmore. That gives her 4. That's not good.
Yeah, Lee faked somewhat going to her right, and Gilmore really bit on that and was really late arriving and trying to cut Lee off after that, and draws the 4th foul on her.
Michaela Lee at the free throw line is 34.8% from the charity stripe this year, having hit only 8 of 23. And she missed the first one, and she makes the second one. So we're tied at 38. Went into overtime in the JV game. We've had some close battles here, and now we're going to have a foul called on Shakara McCline. That'll be her first. As she reached in to try to get that ball from Jenna Scheller and actually got her arm caught along the waist of Scheller. So there was no getting out of that foul. Here comes the Kahawks, and here is Ella Guerrero. Guerrero to the free throw line for Scheller. Kicks it back out for Bardwell. Bardwell back to Guerrero. She bluffs a 3, and they're starting to tighten in on her a little bit here after she has hit 2 threes here in the second half and 4 of them altogether in this game. Bardwell in the corner. She tried to pass it to Scheller, but jumping right in front of her was McCline. And here comes East St. Louis. McCline off the glass, good for 2. And the Flyers out front now by 2, 40-38. Here is Jordan Gary, right underneath our location. One bounce over to Guerrero, into the corner, Bardwell. I think that was partially tipped. It rolls across the rim, and the rebound belongs to McCline. Here come the Flyers, looking to extend their lead. McCline muscles her way into the paint, takes the shot. She's fouled. And I believe Jordan Gary is going to be guilty of this one. And Jordan will pick up her first, team's 5th or 4th. And at the free throw line, McCline, good on the first attempt. So now it's a 3-point lead here for East St. Louis. 2:25 left to play here in this third quarter. McCline, one more shot coming her way. It rolls across the rim, off the glass and in. Collinsville down by 4. Here comes Jordan Gary. Gary high off the glass and in. Her first points here in this game. Jordan Gary on the board for the first time, 42-40. And at the other end, count the bucket. And going to the free throw line is going to be Shakara McCline.
She does a good job getting to the basket, getting her shots up. Makes the defenders work real hard on her. And
first one against Bardwell.
20 points.
Yeah. And she'll be stuck at 20, but the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. They'll bring it back out, and here is Mosley. Hands the ball off to McCline at the midcourt stripe, and she walks parallel with it. And then starts making her way forward. On the left wing, big 3-point shot, rainbow shot, no good. Jordan Gary is there with the rebound for the Lady Kahawks. Gary works around McCline. Comes up over onto the right wing and gives to Merlack, but Merlack got bumped into by McCline, and now both teams with a quick exchange of turnovers, and here is Guerrero. Free throw line for Scheller, and that one's good for 2. her first points here in the second half, and Scheller now has 10. Collinsville trails by 2 with 1.5 to go here in this third quarter. Here is a big three-point shot for McCline, and we have a whistle.
Three-pointer was second choice for the Flyers there as Scheller stood tall on defense, knocked the ball away.
Emma Ravashitsky comes into the game. Bardwell to the bench, and Emma will inbound. And will do so to Jordan Gary. Has the ball knocked out of her hands. Over there by Suggs. That is Lamizia Suggs, the 5'10 junior who's into the game. Now the inbound pass does come in to Guerrero. And Guerrero throws up a high one, and Scheller bounces it to Ravashitsky. Ravashitsky almost lost it again, and now we do lose it again. And boy, Collinsville making some very bad passes here, and no on the basket. We're going to have a foul on the floor, and this one is going to go against Ravashitsky.
Said it earlier, they could use Jansen and her ball handling and ability to bring the ball up the court.
Yeah, Kahok's a little sloppy here with these passes. Some of them are up in the air so long that everybody has a chance to make a move. 1 minute, 1 second left to go here in this third quarter. Inbound pass coming underneath of the Flyers basket to McCline. McCline gets around Merlack in the paint, dumps it off underneath, and too hard, and off of the bottom of the rim. Gary was there with the rebound, and then she was fouled as she tried to make her move to come up the court. That one's going to belong to Alicia Cross. Cross will pick up her second. Ravashitsky gets the inbound, gives it back to Jordan Gary, who pops it a fly over here to Guerrero. Back over to Jordan Gary. Gary tries to get it across the line. It's tipped, and East St. Louis will try to take advantage of turnover number 12 underneath the basket. And no room there to move, and now a bowling ball pass out onto the wing. And that is McCline. Top of the key, she'll launch a three-point shot and hit nothing but net. McCline now with 23 points here in this game, and a shove from behind by Lamizia Suggs. And that'll be her second foul. That is the fourth foul for East St. Louis. Collinsville has 6. Ravashitsky inbounds. I don't know why East St. Louis pulled off of that backcourt press. It was working wonders for him, but they let Merlack come across the line untouched. Over in the corner for Guerrero. Back out front to Merlack. Back to Guerrero, and she almost telegraphed that pass. Guerrero about 4 feet baseline. No good, and a foul called, and we'll head back the other way. This one is going to go against Guerrero. That'll be her first, team 7th. So for the rest of this game, East St. Louis is at the free throw line, and there's 10.7 seconds left to play in this third quarter. 50-42. Collinsville trails by 8. By far the biggest lead of the night for East St. Louis. At the free throw line, Suggs, no good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. They got just a few seconds to bring it up. They do so. 4 seconds. Guerrero for 3. That's partially tipped and still almost made it in. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis, but at the buzzer, they don't have anything they can do with it. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Collinsville now with some work to do as they trail by 8 points. Quarter number 4 will come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Do we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville Online, we ship stlouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
We're underway here in quarter number 4. Collinsville has their work to do after the Flyers outscored the Kahawks 25-12 in that third quarter. Turned a 5-point Collinsville lead into a 8-point lead by East St. Louis. And the Flyers with the ball and a timeout called. Well, that was just, 27 seconds into the quarter here. We have a timeout called, so we'll go ahead and take it with them, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from East St. Louis High School. 7:33 left to go here in this fourth quarter. We had a overtime game, JV game, went into overtime before Collinsville ended up winning it by 10. So that's why we are a little late in going on here. And normally about this time is when games are wrapping up. But here we are, 7:29 left to play. Collinsville trails by 8 and another foul. This one handed out to Katie Bardwell. That'll be her second. And back to the free throw line is McCline. And McCline misses the first one. McCline with 23 points in this game so far. We're back at you tomorrow. We're back at home. Boys basketball action comes your way. 7:15 pregame. 7:30 is the scheduled tip-off as Belleville West heads to Virgil Fletcher. 51-42 after one shot made there by McCline. Collinsville brings it up. Here is Merlack. Merlack will give it up to Bardwell in front of the scorer's table and back over to Rabashevsky into the corner for Guerrero. Guerrero into the paint now and back outside. Here's another three-pointer. That one's good for Katie Bardwell. Collinsville's going to need a few more of those to get back into this thing. As the Kahawks now trail by 6. Just 1 minute gone here in this fourth quarter. Here's McCline back at the midcourt stripe. Coach says, Emma, get up there and challenge her. Let her stand there and bounce that ball and chew up time on the clock. Here is McCline, and she'll come into the perimeter and back out now into the right corner. Cross-court pass, that finds Mosley. Mosley back near midcourt into the wing, and a shot coming from Brown from three-point land. No good, and a foul. And this one is going to go the other way, and I believe this one's going to go against Jasmine Young.
Well, the threes have really kept the Kahawks in this game. They established Scheller and post players early in the game, but East St. Louis has taken that away as the game has went along here, but the threes have kept the Kahawks in the game.
McCline has picked up her second foul. Collinsville trying to turn that into some points. Here is Merlack. Spin move at the midcourt stripe. Gets it to Bardwell. Bardwell back over to Merlack. Merlack gets bumped into by McCline. That's her third, 2 in a row now for the 5'6" junior.
She thought she had a chance to go in for a loose ball. So making contact.
Well, Collinsville still trying to take advantage of back-to-back fouls by McCline. Here is Merlack. Kicks it back out now for Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky will skip her way over into the midcourt circle and throw the ball away. McCline gets it back. Travels, and foul by Rabashevsky. That'll be her second, and that'll send McCline back to the free throw line. She's been there a lot tonight. She has 24 points. She has had 10 tries from the free throw line and has made 6. Still with 6. Jordan Gary will come back into the game. Talisha Gilmore comes back in with her 4 fouls. And Rabashevsky and Merlack to the bench for Collinsville. McCline, one more shot from the line. That one's no good. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis, but then they turn it over. Ball falls right off of the shoe of Young. So the Kahawks will try to take advantage of turnover number 10 by East St. Louis. Inbound pass comes into Scheller, and she'll give it right back to Guerrero. Guerrero across the far sideline for Jordan Gary. Jordan Gary has her pocket pick, but they're going to call McCline for another foul. That's her fourth. 3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in here in like a minute.
Yeah.
And that's big. She's done a good job driving to the basket, so that could take some of that away from her. Well, she's going to go out, grab a seat
she's
anyway.
going to have to. She's got almost half the points for for East St. Louis. They've got 51. 24 of them belong to her. There is Jordan Gary, and at the free throw line, she'll earn herself another shot.
So the Chaos can get some stops here with McCline on the bench. Climb back in this one.
Here is Jordan Gary again, and she'll hit both of them. That's exactly what you need to do. First free throws here in the second half for Collinsville, and Jordan Gary hits both of them. 51-47, Collinsville down by 4, and East St. Louis with the ball. 5:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Scott and a travel. So Collinsville trying to get some more points here as East St. Louis wants to keep on giving the Kahawks the ball. Here's Guerrero up to Bardwell. Bardwell across the way for Jordan Gary. Jordan almost couldn't dribble that ball, and now she gives it behind the back and gives it to Guerrero, who gives to Bardwell for 3 from the wing, and that one's off the front of the rim, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks kick it back out. We'll do it all over again. Inside for Gilmore. Gilmore high off the glass. Couldn't get it to fall, though, and she tips the ball out. Nicely done. And the Kahawks live to see another life here. Kahawks trail by 4, trying to get at least 2 of those, maybe 3. Jordan Gary, that's short. That one was way short. And the loose ball belongs to East St. Louis. Here from the corner is Brown for 3. No good. And she steps in front of Gilmore, robs her of a rebound. And underneath the basket, Collinsville comes away with the ball, and the rebound stopped before it goes out of bounds by Ella Guerrero. 4:40 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trails by 4. Over on the far wing for Gary. Out front for Guerrero. Guerrero, one hand pass to Scheller underneath for Gilmore off the glass. Fell off the other side, though. Shot it a little bit too hard. Rebound comes out, and East St. Louis back on the move once again. Almost stolen there by Bardwell, and now a timeout called by East St. Louis. We'll step aside as well. 4-point lead for East St. Louis still intact. We're back with the rest of this fourth quarter in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Once again, welcome back to East St. Louis. I'm Todd Duke. Chris Kettler along with us as well. We have 4:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trails 51-47 as the Flyers' best player is on the bench right now. Collinsville trying to take advantage of that. Here is Mosley. Gets the ball up at the top of the key for Young. Young dribbles her way out of a double team and gets it back over to Mosley. Collinsville putting on some pressure outside the perimeter here, trying to get this ball back. Here is Young once again. Being watched by Gilmore. Now over onto the wing for Mosley. Back out front once again for Young. Mosley lost the ball, and what does that mean? Mass timeout?
He's more important. signaling for the mass timeout as opposed to who has the ball. I believe it should be the Kahok's ball.
It should be the Kahok's ball, but yeah, we do have a mass timeout, so let's step aside again, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Jenna Scheller goes to the bank and puts one in off the glass. Collinsville gets this thing to within 2. And Scheller now with 12. Here's a move by Young. She'll get the bucket, and she'll go to the line and try to turn it into 3.
She got some speed when she gets the ball and turns it up towards the basket.
I think
finding it come back in.
Oh, Bardwell. Bardwell picks up her 3rd. Thought for a moment there was going to go against Gilmore because the guy flashed up the fist for the 0, but I couldn't see the other hand because they're facing away from us when they make these calls. Points are good for Young, so she gives her team back a 5-point lead, 54-49, and across the line it goes to Guerrero. Guerrero in the perimeter, kicked it back out. Bardwell over into the corner now for Merlack. Baseline, shot goes over the basket and ends up right into the hands of East St. Louis. Flyers work it back up. 3 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Here is once again Shakara McCline into the game. She has 4 fouls. Back out to Mosley it goes. Now to the free throw line, and another shot there for Young. Bounces off the fat part of the iron, goes out of bounds. And East St. Louis will turn the ball back over to Collinsville. Elks trail by 5. 2:45 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Jordan Gary will come back in. Ricky Merlack to the bench. Here is Jordan Gary.
No.
That's off of the hands of Young and right into the hands of Adam Blair. Good hands, good eyes over there, Coach. Guerrero. To Gilmore, back to Guerrero. Boy, room is kind of tight out there, isn't it?
Baskets now here with going inside to Scheller.
Collinsville gets back to within 3, 54-51. We're down to 2:20 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Comes into the corner for Suggs. Back out front now for Mosley. Over onto the far side for McCline. Bounce pass to Young. Young gets double team, gets it back out to McCline. Gilmore not spending a lot of time underneath. There's a steal. Katie Bardwell brings it up and off the glass. Won't fall, but Bardwell's going to go to the line for 2. Foul is going to belong to Mosley. That'll be her 2nd. And it'll be the team's 8th. And it comes with 1:59 left here on the clock in this 4th quarter. Bardwell to the free throw line. She is 0 for 2. Both of those misses came in the first half. So she'll try to rectify that here and get her team a little closer. Right now, Collinsville trails by 3. First one misses.
Take a little more time. Eye it up. That was another quick shot from the free throw line.
I know. Take your time. Breathe. Bounce. Bend at the knees.
There we go. A little more time here.
See? See what happens when they listen to us? Yeah, okay. I wouldn't listen to us either. A 2-point lead by East St. Louis with 1:50 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Here's McCline. McCline gets double teamed. Almost lost the ball, and now she gets it up to Young. Young bounces it back over to McCline in front of the scorer's table. McCline splits the defense. That was Guerrero and Gilmore. Now she gets double team out the line, almost bounced that ball over the line into the backcourt. And then she zigzags her way through all kinds of traffic, throws the ball up, and it's for grabs, and there it is for Guerrero. Guerrero all the way over onto the right wing, bounces it underneath for Gilmore off the glass, good for two. And Talisha Gilmore ties this thing at 54.
Good job by Guerrero getting the ball up the court.
Whoa, dipsy doodle move there, and no good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. We're down to 1:05 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Jordan Gary, and that one's good. Oh, they're going to call it the other way. Oh, boy. I didn't see that at all, man. That is not a charging call.
Late arriving
She
defender.
split the defense, man. She split right between them. Wow. Jordan Gary picks up her second foul, and that was just not a good call.
Well, they look past it now, get a stop here. Tie game.
Here's McCline. She's been red hot. 24 points in this game. And a high pass to Young. Young dribbles and drives and into the paint, takes the shot, rolls out, can't go in, and a foul by, I believe, Jenna Scheller is going to send Lamijah Suggs to the free throw line. Oh, they're gonna call that one against Gilmore.
You could have got Scheller the way she came in.
Well, they gave it to Bardwell again. Bardwell now has 4.
Bardwell was underneath on that one. Scheller did come sliding in from behind.
Lamijah Suggs at the free throw line this year is 12 of 22. There's a miss. She was already 0 for 1 in this game, now 0 for 2. We're tied at 54. The JV game went into overtime. 44.4 seconds away from the fourth quarter being over here, and Suggs will hit one of the two and give her team back a 1-point lead. Collinsville has time to work it up court. Just have to hold on to the ball. Full court press being put on here by East St. Louis. They'll get the ball in and then right back out. And someone needs to get open here. I mean, like open. Guerrero triggers the inbound, gets it to Bardwell. Bardwell throws it up to Guerrero. We're down to 35 seconds. Guerrero at midcourt gives it up to Jordan Gary. Jordan Gary, right-hand dribble all the way over onto the right-hand wing, hands it off to Guerrero. Guerrero will hand it off to Bardwell, and Bardwell tries to throw it in there to Jenna Scheller, and that was a turnover. And right off the bat, Collinsville has to play the foul game, and they will send the best player for East St. Louis shooting-wise to the line, and Shakara McCline. Jordan Gary picks up her third foul. And now a timeout on the floor. 22 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one. Well, actually, it's a 60-second timeout, so we'll take 30 of those seconds, and we'll be here right back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back here at East St. Louis, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. We have just a few seconds left to go in this one, 22 to be exact. East St. Louis is up by 1, and they have Shakara McCline at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot 2. McCline, first shot on the way. Good. She now has 25, trying to give her team a 3-point lead here. And she does. So Collinsville needs a 3-pointer to tie. East St. Louis did it at the end of the JV game in the fourth quarter. Collinsville trying to accomplish it here in the varsity game. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero, and a timeout called by Coach Moore.
Couldn't risk it. Taking a lot of time to get the ball up the court.
Yep.
Can't get called for 10 seconds.
Nope. You don't want to do that. And another 60-second timeout. So again, we'll step aside for just half of that, and we will be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500. Back at East St. Louis, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. The Flyers, they have only scored 7 points here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville has tacked on 12. And it was an 8-point lead. That could have been a foul there. Here is Jenna Scheller. Scheller needs some help, and Guerrero with it. 5 seconds left, and another timeout called by Coach Moore, and that stops the clock with 4.1 seconds left. So now Collinsville is going to have no choice but to inbound and shoot a three.
Yeah, that was the sad thing about all that. It just wasted really a lot of time. You think maybe if you can work quickly, you look three, but maybe get a basket if you can. But now, with only 4 seconds left, they're going to have to draw something up for a three to tie this and force overtime.
They sure are. It looks like Ricky Merlak's going to check in here after this buzzer.
Probably get Gilmore out there, so really anybody is capable of taking this three if you got.
You know, they want to get it in the hands of Guerrero. She's the best three-point shooter on the team. So that would be ideal. I'm sure East St. Louis knows that as well.
So we will. How Coach draws this up, who can get open?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody like Jordan Gary or Bardwell. Maybe the one-to-ones have to take the shot.
Bardwell's on the floor. Guerrero is out there. Jordan Gary, Jenna Scheller, and Ricky Merlak.
Merlak going to inbound it.
They're going to inbound it. Right over here on this left wing sideline. And we have 4.1 seconds to get an inbound pass and a shot off. Merlak will do the inbounding and do so to Bardwell. Bardwell throws it back out front, throws it away, and that's going to do it. Collinsville's going to lose 57-54. And that'll bring us into our post-game program brought to you tonight by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich. Cafe Agape been doing their thing since 2012, offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Give Cafe Agape a call, 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Final score is 57-54 as East St. Louis pulls out a 3-point win here, and we're back to tell you all about it in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC. 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape postgame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville drops a tough one here tonight by a final score of 57-54 to East St. Louis. And joining us now is Colin Moore, the head coach for your Lady Kahoks. Tough loss out there for you, Coach. Your girls battled and battled, especially in that fourth quarter, but just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, it was a good game overall. I mean, once again, playing without our point guard, you can definitely see we struggle handling the ball a little bit. But on a side note, it was fun to watch some other girls step up and make some shots, and I'm proud of them for doing that. So It was a good game.
Ella Guerrero was on fire from three-point land, man. I'm telling you what. And I just love the way her shot looks.
Yeah, when she gets hot and starts making some, it's fun to watch. And it's all about confidence with her. And she's stepped up definitely the last two games without Megan being here, handling the ball, doing the right thing. And I just wish we kind of could have won one of these two games where she would realize how good she actually played the past two games. They were just kind of defeated after losing two tough games in a row.
Yeah, Talisha Gilmore doing some damage down in the paint. She had a pretty good game as well. Not point-wise, but defensive-wise, she looked pretty good down there.
Yeah, she's always going to work hard. And then at the end when we run the little 1-2-2, she kind of changes things, changes pressure a little bit. Definitely a lot of upside, playing a lot of young kids. And that's stuff that we'll learn from and we'll be better for it in the future.
And Shakara McCline really did you guys in tonight, man. She ended up pouring in 25 points for East St. Louis. Got in a little foul trouble and got taken out of the game, and you guys took advantage of that, and that's when you climbed back in from that 8-point deficit.
Yeah, and that's kind of we had a good focus when she went out. We made a good run. That's what we need to do. When the other team's best players on the game, you got to score some points. We did. Definitely happy about that. Just wish we could have just made one more shot along the way.
Yeah. All right, you got 3 more games left before the playoffs start. So you got Edwardsville, O'Fallon, and Alton, all 3 conference games. What do you want to see out of your team in those 3 games before you head to the playoffs?
It's a tough schedule. They're all ranked in the top 10 in the state in our class, so they're going to be hard games. I guess the bright spot is some other girls stepped up and made some shots. And without having Megan, I think they're learning they can do a little bit more than they think. And I just hope we come out and play hard and don't give up like we did tonight.
Yeah, you guys are at Edwardsville on Tuesday. You're going to have Jansen back for that one?
Unsure.
That's
my best answer.
All right. Thanks for the visit, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it. All right, that is Colin Moore, your Collinsville Kahok Lady basketball head coach. And let's go ahead and wrap this up here by looking at some numbers. Leading scorer, as we mentioned earlier, was Shakira McCline. She ended up with 25. Only one more East St. Louis player in double digits. That was Jasmine Young with 12. After that, 5 points for Michaela Lee, 4 for Janiyah Brown, and then 2 each for Alicia Cross and Rael Mosley. For Collinsville, they were led in points by Ella Guerrero, 16. Jenna Scheller also in double digits. Excuse me. with 14. Talisha Gilmore had 8, 6 points each for Katie Bardwell and Ricky Merlack. And from the lines, Collinsville ended up 5 of 10 from the free throw line, 7 of 12 from the three-point stripe, while East St. Louis went 12 of 23 from the free throw line and 4 of 9 from three-point land. Collinsville turned the ball over 16 times. East St. Louis did the same 13 times. And the rebound battle was won by East St. Louis at a tune of 20-12. Well, Chris Keller, was quite a battle for both of these teams, JV and the varsity team. JV went to overtime, and the varsity game could have went to overtime, but didn't happen that way for the varsity team.
You know, if we would have had a crowd, they would have got their money's worth from
you ain't kidding.
Some exciting games here. I like the way the Cahoks battled without Jansen. We're right here with this game, seeing some other players step up that are in the rotation there, and see how that goes against some of the best teams in the state coming up for the last 3 games of the season.
You ain't kidding. All right, sir, we'll see you tomorrow night at Virgil Fletcher, right?
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll see how the boys do against Belleville West.
Well, that's our next broadcast. Thanks to Chris Kettler over there on the other microphone. My name is Todd Duke, and a big thank you to Ricky Merlack joining us in the halftime of the junior varsity game for an interview, and, of course, to Coach Moore for joining us here in the post-game show after a tough loss by his team. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow night, everyone enjoy the rest of your evening.